Hello, my name is Maggie Paris. I'm a student here at BYU, and I'm here to tell you what I do here and why I love it.
It's a business with leather, Christmas with Heather. Alright, turn it up now. Alright, turn it up now.
Before we get into everything, go ahead and slide to my DMs here if you have any questions, or on my personal account, which is linked, or my other weird video account that you can also ask me any questions you want on and just check it out. Okay, so what is an art director? What do I do? Aside from like creative problem solving and ideation, an art director's job is to do the overall aesthetic and beautification of an advertisement. It's a lot of things to do with the mood we want to set, what the copy is, how that can be incorporated into the visual. It's a lot of picking out fonts, looking at different color schemes, making a lot of Pinterest boards. Sometimes my job simply is to just make it beautiful, and that's my favorite thing to do. I think in InDesign shortcuts I can make myself look really good in Photoshop, and the pen tool in Illustrator cured my acne. The reason I chose art direction is I love art. I love to draw. I spend all my time doing that. So right now I'm going to take you into the ad lab just so you can see what it's like, me and a couple people, and then we'll get to the nitty gritty. Alright, so now I'm in the ad lab with Seth. Hey Seth, why do you like the ad lab? The commercial is kind of just celebrating all the different walks of life you would find at a Waffle House. So it's gonna have different, like we have a cast of like 20 people, and it's gonna be going through the Waffle House filming them, and they're all singing Hey Jude, which we have re-recorded at a studio here. I did some pretty fun recordings this week of us doing some studio work, so I will post those next. But thank you, seriously, to all of the people across BYU campus who have kind of come together to really make this spot to the best that it could be and make it fill it to its full potential. Yeah.
Too obnoxious.
Woo! So there's two other individuals who have kind of ideated this project with me originally in my class. One is Andrew Congleton. He's also an art director. We get along pretty well, and we work really well together despite us being in the same discipline, and even though last week he yelled at me and said I was like a 9 and I needed to dial it back and be like a 4. Andrew can also recommend about 5,000 surfing videos if you ever need to distract yourself from whatever's going on around you, so that's pretty great. Our copywriter is Seth Mallerup. Seth is pretty great as well. He's the only one of us who's ever been to a Waffle House. During this whole ideation process, he'll be like, oh, that's so Waffle House, or oh, that's so not Waffle House. He also will say things like, why haven't you guys ever texted me back about any of this? Why aren't you responding? He also has a kid named Beck. So here's Seth, and here's baby Beck, and here's the two morphed together. Art direction with Andrew, and watching a surfing video, of course. We bought this waffle iron on Amazon because it makes waffles that are thinner, like the waffles at Waffle House. So it's working pretty well. We're pretty impressed with ourselves. Every art director knows that if they want authentic, real props and stuff, you go to Uncle Sam's on 6th Street. So We were really close to being on budget, well, out of budget, and we had $10 left, and we needed 2 of these patches, and they're $5 each, and they had only 2 left. It was a miracle. So we're on location now. We are at 1 Minute in Spanish Fork, Utah. That's Caroline. She's helping us with art right now. That's Andrew. And right now we're just covering up all of this memorabilia with Waffle House memorabilia. So trying to make the table. All right. All sorts of things are happening right now. We have art going on over there. They're making and set dressing all the tables. Over here we have all the camera guys and all of like the film crew. We have people from the BYU film department working on this project with us as well. Our director is Oscar Jimenez. He's like outside working on the yellow glow for Waffle House. These are our gaffers.
With brief clarification, we don't see any straws here.
Guys, I just want to introduce you to someone special.
Me.
No, it's not. It's Abby.
My Waffle House is great.
Then you heard it here first and last.
Start arting up the tables. Well, okay. With anything that's not.
So a lot of people have been asking me 2 things. What is a tip they have for getting into the advertising program? And then what program or what I'm doing to make my stories kind of exciting. To answer the first question, I'd say just make sure you're always doing cool creative things outside of school and work on having a really clever video and designing your application really well. Make sure if you want to be a copywriter, you write well. If you're an art director, make it look beautiful. Also, make sure this is what you want to do and make sure you're passionate about it because you're going to be putting in a lot of hours and it's going to have to be something you enjoy.
Hey guys, this is Parker. He's a content creator, and he's here helping us out on the shoot. He's a frat boy. He's also in the program. He's a content person, which means he deals with video. He's an amazing editor.
Thank you, Maggie.
Drew, how would you say the shoot's going?
It's going really good.
You happy with it? Seth, are you happy with things?
Greatest thing I've ever seen.
They just changed the lens and everything looks stunningly beautiful. I don't know. I didn't buy Brayden, how's it been? The Waffle House experience.
So good.
Okay, great, thank you.
And anytime you feel the pain,
Hey Jude, refrain. Don't carry the world upon your shoulder.
Never too late for a surf fit.
Or too early.
Congrats, Griffin, on making the tour.
Oh my god. Thanks, Oscar. You're the best. That's our director, guys. Beth, what was your favorite part of the shoot?
Watching the frat boys.
That was pretty funny. I agree, that was a good part. We were talking in the car on the way here to McDonald's about how cool it is that there were all these people. Some were getting paid, some were not. But how invested they were in getting this to happen and doing their jobs right. And it's just super cool. The gaffers were incredible. We had a huge crew of people just setting up the lighting inside and outside, and they just knew exactly where everything needed to go, and it made a world of difference. I don't even know if we're gonna have to color this thing because it's so perfect. Episode 2 of Waffle House is McDonald House. See you next year. Thank you for tuning in, and
Peace out, Girl Scouts.
wish us a good night's rest.